Modern audience game devs are getting fired and they are freaking out in panic and rage by Hero Hate channel, so don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let's watch it.
Apologize for the lack of uploads the last few days. As you surely know, the internet has been a pretty disgusting place to say the least. Both with this horrific clip going around, very graphic clip of what happened to Charlie Kirk and many people celebrating what happened. And while I'm really not that familiar with Charlie,
I wasn't able to do a video talking about this, and I don't think I will be like, I think I've said before, but maybe it's the first time you're seeing this video. Even before I know what happened, like the moment when I refreshed my feed on X, I saw the video and was in autoplay. I didn't had an idea. I just saw the thing happen, and so that messed with me a lot. And I just cannot talk about it. I just can't. I will not make videos talking about that. I didn't knew it would be related to this thing. Really, I had no idea. But yeah, I think if it's not exactly directly related to what happens, I will see what I can do. I'll see if I can record. But I really don't want to talk about that. Really, like that messed with me a lot, to be honest. But yeah, let's see what it is about.
Kirk, I've seen like maybe 10 minutes of Charlie Kirk clips randomly my entire life. I can certainly say that the clip is disturbing, and what happened to him is disgusting. And as someone who has personally dealt with violence and death in real life, this sort of environment that the internet's been recently is not the sort of environment that I want to engage with. And as such, I've spent the last few days mostly off the internet, not fully, but more than I have in a while. And instead spending extra time training with my Muay Thai team at the gym, because that's the sort of thing that makes me feel better during these sort of times, to say, to put it like that, I should say. And yeah, that's what I did. But now I'm back, and we've got a number of modern audience type game devs celebrating the violence and then very quickly finding out. Legal Mindset 3 hours ago said OSHA is step 1 to clean up corporate America and investigate extremists celebrating death. Strong legal precedent, HR can't minimize it, reporting can be done anonymously, and it doesn't have the cost of a lawsuit. It's free. Act now if you see a credible threat in the US. Asmongold responded saying, "This is great insight."
That's very nice to see people moving finally towards just something against these people, but because we could clearly, I think that made clear, it become clear to everyone that we cannot fix what happens, what has been happened recently between right and left, or how I like to call right and wrong. We cannot talk things out anymore. We can't. We just can't. Okay. Of course, it's like I said many times. I don't identify myself like how should I say that, right wing, because there's a lot of things that I just not a lot, a few things that on the right wing that I mean, of course, on the spectrum I would be on the right wing, but I just don't think I fit in some few stuffs on the right wing. Like I just don't. For an example, no, I better not say an example. I don't feel like right now. Maybe in a future video, but I think you guys that are watching my content for much time already, you guys already know very well what I think about this stuff. You guys have plenty the idea how I am, who I am, and yeah. That is great. We have to start moving legally against them. Like they do very, very terrible, dangerous, criminal stuff online, and nothing happens with them, while we are being censored and everything being weaponized against us. Like this literal platform is leftish. So that's it. There is nothing else here. I'll talk about it. It's more than time that we'll start to do actually something against them.
Honestly, I didn't know how strong some of these systems
It's
were.
good to see this.
Look forward to sharing this information in future videos. And the reason for this exchange between Legal Mindset and Asmongold is, as mentioned, people are collecting what a number of these modern audience devs have been saying on their social media accounts. And they tend to be saying this stuff over on Blue Sky, which takes us over to the next part of the video.
I was just fired from my job! I was just fired from my job! I have nothing! I have nothing anymore!
Nice. It's the least you deserve.
I don't know the full context to that one for sure, but people are saying this is one of the individuals who was advocating for violence on social media and then got reported. Moving on from that, we've now got Crystal talking about this Final Fantasy XIV localizer, yeah, no surprise there, named Kate. And Kate had the bright idea to repost a take from Michael, a disgusting take, as a matter of fact, where Michael and the people agreeing with Michael and signal boosting Michael, reposting Michael.
People who rejoice in a death of someone so pacific, so like, you know, so not so like someone very calm, very. The guy had a lovely family. I think that it's very rare nowadays, you know. Just to build a family already means a lot. Nowadays, a functional family, and the guy had it. Like, it's a very it's literally the dream of that most people out there cannot conquer anymore. Having a healthy family, you know. And it's just because our society is poisoned like that, you know. The guy had all that, like, was a very nice person. For what I saw in the videos, like, they try to argue, try to discuss with people, and use actual arguments, you know. And that thing happened to him, like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm talking about this. No, I really don't. I really didn't want to. But I was avoiding any kind of content related to that. But I really saw the title, and it didn't cross my mind that this was related to what happened with Kirk. So that's why I started reacting, and in the end, it's related as well. I don't know what to say. But I forgot what I was talking about. I'm sorry, but this really messed with me, like, deeply. And I didn't even, it's like I say, I didn't even knew the guy before this happened, you know? But even so, because I saw the video, like, that messed with me a lot. How can one see that video and rejoice over the death of someone so peaceful like that? Like, how can, like, it's the least you deserve for rejoicing over that thing is losing your job. It's the least, okay? I don't know, even go as far as say that you deserve more than that. These are my feelings, okay? Yeah, my feelings, okay? My feelings. For me, you deserve way more than that. Way more than that. Because for me, someone who rejoices over it cannot even live in society anymore. This is what I think. This is the level of insanity that is for you to rejoice over that thing.
Michael, you get the point. Well, they're advocating for a purge of people that they dislike. And you know how these individuals are. They dislike 99% of people, if not more. And they try to justify their violence and hate by falsely accusing people. Like I said, we all know how these sort of people operate. But here's what happened next. Kate's in panic mode as people began to take a look for what Kate was saying and other devs were saying on Blue Sky, and then talking about what they were saying on Twitter and reporting them to higher-ups. Kate then went on to say, regarding leaving Blue Sky, I'll try to find who I can elsewhere before I ultimately cannonball into the void, but moots are welcome to DM me for my Discord too. Probably should have remembered to post this a while. The rest of the world was awake, but if you want to delete old posts to prevent trolls from crawling them, this tool is what I use. And when I was initially reading up on it, people said it sometimes doesn't work with account handle rather than email. It has reliably worked for email with me. Also, if you're deleting a lot of posts, it'll take time due to rate limits. Don't forget to save the job code if you want to check up on it. These people are in real time enacting damage control for the horrible things that they've been saying. And, these sort of people also often advocate for people to be held accountable for what they say, but here they are running and hiding, not taking accountability for the things that they've said. That takes us to Pyro Nation, who said the Ghost of Yotai dev who celebrated what happened to Charlie Kirk has been fired. Because I believe they removed Ghost of Yotai from their bio, and then they made this tweet talking about losing their dream job.
These are the people. What?
From their bio, and then they made this tweet.
These are the people that say that are the love itself. They are the lovely people, the beautiful people. These are them. This is what they are. You see, this is what they are. This is what they always wear. Like, I'm tired. I think everyone is tired. I'm tired of this. I'm really tired of this. Really, really. It's not. I'm really tired of this bullshit. Something has to happen with these people. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I'm a fail of a human that have feelings and just cannot. It's time. It's time to have some kind of comeback. It's time to recover something, at least one bit, like at least 1% of what the words actually was. And I'm 100% sure that someone will probably come in the comments and say, but Mizuki, if you look at the past, the word was bad. The word was always bad at some level before as well, but you cannot say that things were worse than they are nowadays. And there is the people that always will come and say, but nowadays we have a lot of things that we didn't have in the past, and blah blah blah. I know all this stuff you guys gonna say, but it's the feeling I have. Okay, I'm talking about my feelings. Yeah, about my feelings, and I'm wishing for something that I didn't even was here yet to know what it was like. But I know it exists because, why? Why in my timeline? Why am I, why I need to go through all of this, I think it's probably the same feeling you guys, all you guys have, Mizuki's complaining once more again about her life and her feelings, and yeah, I am. I'm tired, okay?
Talking about losing their dream job. Now, Asmongold and others would question if this person really did get fired, considering that they may have just made that tweet and changed their bio to try and take some of the heat off them, making it look like they got fired when they may not have actually been fired.
I don't even know what
who
I'm
knows for
saying
sure.
anymore.
I also realized I said tweet when that was a Blue Sky post. I'm still getting used to making that distinction. My bad. Nevertheless, Smash JT provided some more interesting insight into this Drew dev person, saying Drew Harrison, who worked on Ghost of Yotai, was allegedly let go from.
You see, and that's why I need to avoid talking about it, because I can't talk about this without lose my mind. I'm still, every time I remember, this still mess with me a lot, This still, and again, I didn't even knew the guy. Imagine the ones who was used to listen to what he said, to watch his videos. It probably is way more worse. Imagine to his family, down her kids, his kids were there. Oh my god, man. Oh my god.
Sucker Punch Productions today for comments about Charlie Kirk. It posted on LinkedIn how much it hates beautiful women being represented in video games.
The reason I will still upload this is because I really don't have time to cancel this video and record another to replace this. That's why I'm going for it. And I will upload this. But I don't even know. This probably will be demonetized and it will not be even aired, because that's how YouTube is. fucking piece of shit. I'm tired as well.
Games explains a lot. And so let's take a look at this. My gosh, what do we got here? I find it interesting that when discussions around how games deal with sexualizing characters, it is almost always men discussing how women are depicted in games. This entire thread is men weighing in on how to reach a middle ground on how to make characters that they find physically attractive. There is no balance because the industry is still heavily skewed by being cis-het male-dominated. Even your example shows the real-life woman fully clothed in a jumpsuit while the character is in her underwear showing under boob. You've literally turned the person who looks and moves like a living person into a stylized Barbie in her underwear.
It's so disgusting. Look at these people. Look at this. These people rejoice over the life. People like this rejoice over the life of Charlie Kirk. Like, you know, they rejoice like that. And they come talk about boobs showing and, oh, that looks like a minor. And this crap, like, this make no sense at all. This fucking stupid, hypocrite people.
The physical attractiveness of characters, such a moot point to creating a good game. Well, it's actually not. It definitely is not a moot point at all. I mean, take a look at what happened to Concord. Because contextually, any game that features characters heavily, so not really like grand strategy, RTS games, etc., obviously, but games like RPGs and hero shooters, as mentioned, games that are more individually character-centric, well, it's no coincidence that people often make attractive characters when they have character creation options. Sometimes you see people go very far in the other direction and make ugly characters to meme around with, but it's very common that when people take creation seriously, they end up making attractive characters. So with Concord, going back to that really quick, I think the price point was also a factor, among other things, for why that game is historically one of the biggest disasters in gaming of all time. But clearly, having a hero roster of ugly, boring weirdos in a hero shooter game, well, that was a terrible decision. And Drew here seems to think that it's a moot point, that such things don't actually matter, which is peak delusion. And there's nothing wrong with attractive characters. It's actually extremely bizarre that the modern audience is so offended by this concept. And so here we have Kirsha responding to Asmongold, where Asmon said, if you guys want to make a list, if I have time tomorrow, I can put them all together in a video with links to their employers. Kirsha says, Asmon asking for a list of game devs celebrating or condoning what happened to Charlie Kirk. And if you have any posts or videos anywhere, please reply to him with them. Where someone was offended by this, it seems. This user saying, I'm not condoning what happened, but it's so ironic that these guys have waged war on cancel culture and then continued the same behaviors, same exact playbook. They condemned people being fired over edgy opinions online, just to turn around and do it when their turn came. Well, they really shouldn't be crying about this, considering that these modern audience types literally made this set of rules where they utilize cancel culture and openly advocate using it. But hey,
But they don't care, Hirohei. They don't care. They are hypocrites. Everything that they do, they accuse us of doing the same, like of doing things that we not do. They blame us for doing that when they are the ones doing that actually. But nothing happens to them, and everything happens to us. And that's why this has to end somehow. I don't know how. I don't know what must happen. But I know this has to change because it's becoming possible. Like this platform, for example. And yeah, I'm bringing this to personal. Yes, I am. Like from each 3 videos I upload, one is being demonetized. What the fuck? We reach a point where we cannot say literally anything. Anything. Like, really. It's becoming really impossible, like. I don't know what's going on, but it's too much power that they have on their hands. Like, they have so much corpos, they have so much governments out there, so much countries working towards to, like, totally evil shit, you know? A shitified the world. I don't know. Has to be some way to recover it because the world is really crap now. And I wonder if a person like me is getting this way, I imagine how much people out there are not feeling the same, you know? are tired of this bullshit and don't know what to do with these feelings. You know what I'm trying to say? Probably not. I don't know if you think the same. I don't know. Maybe I'm the crazy one because I'm not seeing much people feeling what I'm feeling, you know? Like, I don't know.
Now that people are playing by the rules that they set, they're suddenly all mad. They're all upset and fearful about that. It's very much a rules for thee, but not for me sort of moment. So yeah, people are continuing to compile more lists of individuals who are advocating for violence, especially in the gaming sector. For example, Bethesda here, and a Bethesda producer, which Madame Savvy tweeted about, getting a response from Elon Musk who says, wow. And Madame Savvy going on to mention that she's documented many more here from various major companies. Asmongold would go on.
By the way, Madame Savvy and Rosibel Moo had their, I think it was their X accounts and Discord accounts hacked. And yeah, it's the same type of people as always, you know? The same type of people doing the same thing always. I don't know what to say, really. I don't know. They are always the ones that lose their time, like, to do the most evil things that they can possibly come up with their minds, you know? I don't know what to say anymore, really.
To say in regards to a video he posted.
And they always go unpunished, and they always can do whatever they want. They always have blank cards to do literally everything, and nothing happens with that.
About reporting these sort of individuals. That this is episode 1, by the way. I will continue to do this until they are all gone, or the companies that protect them have their reputations destroyed beyond repair. Keep joining the Twitter community. Keep sharing the post. It's working even faster than I anticipated. And that's where I'll close this video for today. But hope you all enjoyed this one, and thank you for tuning in to my 2-day off return video. Appreciate the support as always.
Before we go any further, I want to take this brief moment here to thank all of you, my patrons, that support my work here on YouTube, and especially my 3-tailed fox tier members, Heath Rowell, Wallen Wolf, Fenny Sylvy, and Zalost, for the incredible support to my work. Thank you very, very much. You guys are amazing. Also, thanks to all of you who supported me through Ko-Fi or Tron. Thank you very, very much. You can support this channel life and growth with just $5 a month and gain access to many perks. This is less than a burrito. Check out my Patreon. Link is in the description below. I hope they succeed. I hope they destroy as much as they can these vile people and their jobs, because these people don't deserve to be working everywhere. These people don't deserve to live in a society to begin with. You know, this is my opinion, okay? Hopefully I can still state my opinion here. Hopefully. So yeah, that's my opinion. They shouldn't be living in a society because they are psychopaths. That's what I think. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Links below support me because, yeah, because what you guys saw in this video already, I clearly need your support. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.